Hello guys and welcome to my new video. So today I decided to do something a little bit different because I don't do many videos about character like animations or character models, new forms coming out and things like that. But after watching the BfA Azeroth Alpha latest data mine results being released about the Zandalari Troll Zandalari Troll Druid Forms for Balanced Druid, for Bear, the new Bear form. And they just look crazy. They look crazy different from what's available right now, considering the different races, the different classes and things like that. And in previous patches and previous posts, you also could see that there was the travel form, which is like basically the raptor, which is kind of similar to what the shaman, spirit wolf, glyph look like, but much better. And you also the flying form, which also looks very, very cool. It's kind of like a dinosaur kind of feel to it. And I just had to make a video about this because it's just insane. They look insane. You can look at the Boomkin form, and it like I mentioned, it's kind of like dinosaur feel for it. And the bear form, which cannot be considered to be a bear form because it's a turtle. It's a turtle with a massive ass. It's a turtle. I don't know if I could play this just looking at it all the time like that, but I mean it's something different, and it looks tankish. Like, you know, he has spikes and things like that. It looks like it could take a good beating, which is what a tank has to do on a daily basis. So it looks very different. And like I mentioned before, Zandalari Trolls are a Horde race. They're going to be coming out with BfA Azeroth. Right now, with all the allied races released in the game in 7.35, a lot of the druids on Alliance side might feel kind of a little cheated because there isn't any race that's compatible with druid, and you can't really, like, you know, if you're druid, you're like, whatever, allied races are there. Like, if you're horde, you have the chance of going to high mountain terrain and things like that. But this allied race right now, for me, Zandalari Troll from the very start looked extremely good. It was extremely different. It was an upright position. Like right now, the trolls, they're like, you know, they're crouching. They're kind of like, you know, look low and things like that, which is kind of in line with what the trolls are about. But the upright troll looks really good. And now after looking at like the balanced druid Moonkin form, which the whole legion, Boomkins, were complaining about how the animation for the chicken. Everyone loves the chicken. Everyone loves the Boomkin chicken. Like, I mean, it's one of the oldest forms in the game, and it hasn't really been updated. It's been like this for a long time, and a lot of people are kind of bored of it. Like for me, I actually use the glyph that doesn't use the Boomkin form because the Boomkin form for me feels kind of slowish, and I don't want the game to be this close to my real life representation of me. So I don't play the chicken. I play the glyph. But a lot of people are complaining because you had the Mage Tower artifact appearances, and like I mentioned, Guardian Druids were the winners of that. No one can say that the Guardian Druid Mage Tower form is bad. You can almost, everyone will almost agree that the bear form from the Mage Tower is probably the best, you know, artifact appearance you could get. And actually, I would say that the bear form, the Mage Tower bear form, is probably like in line to how cool it is compared to the turtle. The turtle looks amazing cool. It has much more detail. Like, a lot of people would say that the bear form from Mage Tower was kind of unfinished. Some of the animations were not there when people actually got the form. Like, you couldn't do certain, like, you know, sit or like dance or whatever things properly. But overall, it is a really cool appearance, and you should definitely get it before BfA comes out. But Zandalari Trolls, who doesn't want to be a turtle? Who doesn't want to be a turtle with a giant ass? And who doesn't want to try out the travel forms? The raptor was always super cool. I was always jealous of the shamans who were using the glyph for that. The flying form looks really good as well. But you have to keep in mind, that what is Blizzard actually kind of doing here? Because, like, for me, Zandalari Trolls are really good allied race. The models look really cool, up to date. And they're Horde. So the BfA is all about Horde and Alliance battle. And a lot of people, I can see a lot of people already trying to consider going Horde just for this. Just for Zandalari Trolls. Just for the forms that they introduced. just for the updated animations. Like, I feel Blizzard will really have to update the existing balanced Druid form, because the chicken, even if it's loved and everyone's been using it for a long time, it's outdated. I feel there should be at least an animation update. And I feel that Blizzard will either have to introduce a really cool allied race that's going to be playable by druids and the forms are going to be as good, or they should actually update the existing forms, because otherwise alliance druids are just gonna flock to Horde. Because I see this already happening from just the comments reading on the Wowhead and things like that about these new forms, like, oh, Druid is my new main, or like I'm going to Zandalari Trolls because they look so much better. So I'm waiting for Blizzard to actually do something good for the alliance side in terms of Druid allied races. That's what I'm waiting right now. And I feel that Druids overall have the highest potential. Let's be honest. Druids overall have the highest potential for really cool appearances, because Druids are shapeshifters. And like, you have things like, you know, the bear form, you have the feral kitty. Kitty form can be really good. Kitty form is actually quite good in Legion. The mage tower kitty form is, like, you know, pretty good as well. There's nothing wrong with it. It's nice to see that your form gets an update from artifact appearance. But then you look at balanced Druids. Balanced Druids were complaining as well from the start, because the animations were not updated. But they also complained that the mage tower, you know, you get a weapon in the back. I don't want the weapon in the back updated. I want the form. I want the feathers to look different. I want the Moonkin form to look different. And like, balanced Druids were complaining about this for a long time, and I can see why. And to the same extent, you can almost look at restoration Druids and see, like, for the people who played Resto Druids back in the day or in the previous expansions, you know, there was the Trend form. There was the Trend form that, you know, it's a tree, which is cool because you're a Druid and you're a restoration Druid and you're a healer tree. So it was an iconic kind of thing, but again, you can actually get a glyph for it and get the Trend form, but it looks really old. It doesn't really fit into the whole scenario. It needs to be updated. And I feel I can't wait to actually see how Zandalari Druids, the Resto form, will look like. We're talking about the Tree of Life. What is the Tree of Life? You know, the talent. When you pop the talent, you go into a tree form. What is that going to look like? I'm actually really interested in seeing, would you want the Trend form to be back? Would you want a form that's like, and you can't toggle out of it, you just have to stay in it for the whole combat? Much like a feral kitty, much like a bear druid, you can shift out of it, but in a very unlikely scenarios you're going to do that. Would you want that to be? I think it would be cool if the Trend form is going to look anything like the Boomkin forms for Zandalari Druid. If it's going to look anything like the turtle, the badass turtle, I would want the Trend form to be back. But I just feel I just had to make this video just to highlight how cool and how awesome Zandalari Trolls are looking. And I'm really hoping that the Alliance are going to get something that is equivalently good as Zandalari Troll Druid Forms. Because otherwise, every Druid is just gonna be Horde. Let me know. Of course, this is an opinion piece. You do not have to agree with me. If you don't agree with me, leave a comment below. Let me know which form you think is the best. Let me know which allied race you think looks the best. Are you excited for the new forms? Are you re-rolling to a Druid just because of these updated forms? Let me know, and I'll see you in my next video.